how to mentally bend the reality of a high value man as per women. You're going to do this so that you can have more power over women, over the society, and over your surrounding. I know your one question will be, okay, why will I want to bend the reality? Why will I want to have power? Why will I want to change how reality works? No, it's not about you changing how reality works. It's more of you having your own perception of reality. Now, the first thing, I don't care who is a high value man to a woman. Okay, I don't care. It doesn't matter if this high value man in the eyes of a lady makes a woman to consistently want him. It doesn't matter if this high value man has a specific influence on this lady. It doesn't matter. All that doesn't matter. I must warn you that when you bend this reality, you will get some obsession from some women and from most of the women and even from most of the people, and most of the people will want to get near you, and that is okay, but it doesn't confirm that you need to entertain them because you are trying to have your own reality. So the moment you entertain those people now, they are meant to come and destroy that reality that you're trying to create for your own sake. This is your brain. This is Hannah's brain, okay? This is your subconscious mind. This is your conscious mind. This is her subconscious mind. This is her conscious mind. Now, according to your memories, to your information, your subconscious mind desires to enjoy something or to repeat a memory, to repeat an act. It is what the subconscious mind desires to experience. Now, it communicates to the conscious mind and leaves an information. The information might be, I need pleasure. Okay? For Hannah, she has gone through a lot. Now, it is now the emotion. The subconscious mind needs to experience pleasure because pleasure, it is the emotion that is controlling you. Pleasure in it itself, it has some emotion in it. Okay? Now your conscious mind knows it needs pleasure. Hannah went through a lot and maybe she is suffering and maybe her ex walked away because she's not good enough. Now she feels some type of a way. But when she gets another male figure in her life, and then she gets to sleep with him, at least feeling like, at least feeling like she's not good enough will be dealt with. But that is not her reality. That is just an illusion in her head. And now her subconscious mind desires a male figure who can be there to keep her company so that she can't feel in that way. Now Hannah will also need to experience what? Pleasure or company. Is the subconscious mind communicating to her conscious mind? Emotions, it is the best way to get into your subconscious mind so that you can fulfill what your subconscious mind desires. And her subconscious mind desires to fulfill a specific emotion. The emotion is, I feel this way, but when I am around Isaac, I will feel different. Now, she doesn't know, but she will vibe with you in a certain way, and the energy will be in an emotional way, but not in words. And this emotion will now push you or reinforce you to make a move on her because your subconscious mind desires pleasure. Now that you see Hannah, you think Hannah is into you, and it is true, she is into you because you also need pleasure. But she doesn't need you because she needs pleasure. She needs you so that she can feel good. And you might think you can use a game to get her. But you can't use a game to get Hannah because how she is acting, her energy will match with your energy in a very nuanced way, and you will end up fulfilling each other's deficit. You fulfill her, she fulfills you in a certain way. That is how you are programming yourself. Now, when you are hurting about your past or your parents did that, that is just a memory in you, and it is a subconscious information. And it has nothing to do with reality, but it has control over your reality. It has nothing to do with reality, but it has control over your reality. Your parents did a certain thing, and you think when you sleep with a lady, it will deal with those emotions in your subconscious mind. And the desire is to get rid of that feeling in your subconscious mind, but it's just creating another pattern so that you can cope up with that situation. And that is the desire of your subconscious mind, to look for a way to cope up with that situation and that memory. But that was just what is, and it is affecting you because you label it as bad. Let's take the fact. The fact is, all of us, Isaac, Hannah, Mary, Johnny, David, we are all one person because we are all interconnected. It doesn't matter male, female. We are all one person. No, not in a form of male, female nature. In a form of our existence, we are all one person. We all interact in any form, and we all use an energy. And that is the one energy that exists. And due to that, when I interact in a certain way as Hannah, I have a specific impact on you, Isaac, depending on who you are. Again, when I interact with you, Isaac, as Hannah, I have a specific impact on you, Isaac, as who you are. Who you are is not Isaac. Who you are is your subconscious mind, because you are Isaac, but Isaac is not who you are. The who you are is what has influence in you. That is the energy that is transferring from me to you. Your one question will be, okay, then who am I? This is the only way you're going to understand things to have power. Okay, life is spiritual, life is energy. Once someone interacts with you in any form of way, he has or she has an impact on me. It doesn't matter if it's negative or positive. What matters is the intensity of that impact, depending on who you are. And who you are is the subconscious mind of your existence in you. But you do not know that your subconscious mind is your reality. For your subconscious mind is your memories. Isaac, your whole body operates on a specific frequency, and the frequency is the energy. But now your operation is being determined, your action, your behaviors, by your mind. Okay? Which is the brain. But now your brain is relying on a memory. And let's now understand what stores your memory. The brain that holds your memory is your Now, your subconscious mind is in control of your memory. Your subconscious mind decides which information to store, so that when you are making a decision, you can understand which part of the information matters to you, which type of reality you want to experience. You know about something you have not experienced, you want to feel it, and now you are naive, and the desire is to experience. When you want to experience now, you are relying on your subconscious mind, because this is the desire of your subconscious mind. We have two types of brain that exist in you, which is a conscious mind, only 5%, and subconscious mind, which is 95%. Why? Your conscious mind is the mind that is awake. It is the mind that when you were a kid, you had no experience, you knew nothing, you were using your conscious mind, but you were being influenced by the subconscious mind, because your parents trained you and taught you that there is eating. Now that you are doing something, you are using a conscious mind, but the influence and the control of that conscious mind, it is subconscious mind. Because your subconscious mind stores every information in your brain. Okay? Now, it decides which information you need to put in practice and act. Okay? Because that is what the subconscious mind desires. And which information not to act on. If you feel hungry, then your subconscious desire is to eat, because you feel hungry. You are relying on your memory. That is why you are making a conscious decision. So you are being influenced by a subconscious mind, because subconscious mind makes 95% of your decisions. So your subconscious mind is your reality. So you knew there is dressing, there is eating, there is doing that, because that information is stored in the subconscious mind. How your parents will raise you, you will have a specific memory, a specific character, a specific behavior. It is a conscious decision by the decision of the subconscious mind. Bear with me, there is no electricity, but I still need to do this. So here is the fact. It doesn't matter if who you are It is something that has an influence on me. But who I am defines the intensity of influence that I will get from you. You also need to understand that, again, who you are is not who you will be. Who you are as Isaac is not who you will be. Because who you are, you might be fulfilling Hannah's definition of high value and definition of hypergamy, because who she is, that is how she defines you. And who she is not who she will be. She will evolve. And who she is at this very moment, it is her subconscious mind. That is because that is the subconscious mind is the reality. Anytime you spend time with anyone and you communicate, you are piling up memories in a subconscious mind. Now, there are two types of waves that is the bridge to your subconscious mind. Like you said, oh, that lady walked away, she cheated on me, or I feel bad, this happened. That is the subconscious mind, and it's not the truth. When you vent about anything that happened to you in the past, this happened to you, it's the bad thing, you don't want it to happen, or your parents, you went through trauma, okay? You went through this happened to you. Again, that is not the truth. That is just a memory in your mind. That is a subconscious mind, and that is what is preventing you from growing. Because the reality is, every aspect, it's just an idea that exists wearing a mask of a truth, but it's not the truth. Again, every aspect, project, every idea that exists, it is an idea that is wearing a mask of the truth, but it's not entirely the truth. There are only ideas that exist and not truth. You call it the truth, but it's not helping you. Let me now break down why you feel the trauma has an effect on you. When you don't realize that your parents have more power than God, then you are fucked. Okay, I'm not talking about God in a Christianity way or in an Islamic belief or way. Let me try to use the book, and the book is the Bible, to give an example. This is just my insight. I'm trying to give you a better reason why you as a high value man, first, being a high value man, you can never fulfill a woman's desire. Why? Because you are constantly evolving. So you're not constantly who you are. So you cannot deliver constantly what she wants. Your parents are the ones who raised you, right? Your guardian, your parent, your father, your mother, your dad, right? They are the ones who have a direct access to your subconscious mind, and they program you to act and behave in a certain specific way. When you are a newborn, you don't know how to speak, you don't know how to act, but later on you identify yourself with some words after understanding that I speak English, right? I belong in this clan, right? Then I speak this language. But you knew that through evolving, and who you were as a kid is not who you are. But you used your subconscious mind. Now, your subconscious mind can easily be accessed when it is relaxed again. Your subconscious mind, for you to have a memory in your mind, it is easily accessed when you are relaxed. Most of the time when you are relaxed, the person that who was around you is either your mother, your father, your friend, your ex-girlfriend, your ex-wife. And slowly you are now programming yourself by having memories, because you will slowly have a specific information and then you will save it in your memory, and that is your subconscious mind. And in the near future, you will communicate what you want by that memory, because that is what you are relying on to make decisions. I know even the conscious mind and communicating when you're not relaxed, it also has an impact long term, but that needs more of someone communicating consistently when you are conscious and not relaxed. And it has something that has to be long term, specifically And it has to be in a very constant way. But when you are relaxed, most of the time, you either surround yourself with your wife, ex-girlfriend, your parent, your guardian, your mother, your father. Okay? Now, are we done with that? That emotion that you are feeling, it is the language to access your subconscious mind. Let me hope I'm right. Okay? Now, the emotional recharge, it is the language to your subconscious mind. And now that you are interacting with the parent and they are treating you in a certain way, that is what you are registering slowly. Even when it happened 2 days ago, okay? It happened 2 days ago. Now you are relaxed. You think about what happened. Why? Emotions are involved. Now that emotions are involved and you are in a relaxed state, now you slowly start to save what happened the past 2 days. Now that is a memory that you are saving because you thought about it. And you thought about it because it involved emotions. And that is how you are slowly reprogramming or programming yourself to act and behave. And what you think it's what you need or what you think it's supposed to happen, right? Your parents is slowly programming your mind and how you are supposed to act, behave. But your mind is going to pick the emotions most of the time. Because that is the rechargeable language, emotion that has an easier access to your subconscious mind. That is now how you are training yourself. And that subconscious mind, those memories are the reality because you will act upon your memories. That is why I tell you to identify the reality as what it is and not analyze it. When you analyze it, you are using your memories to make a decision. And when there is analyzation, there is conflict and division. When there is conflict and division, there is pain, sorrow, and suffering. That is why you say, oh, I went through trauma. My wife walked away because of this and this. That is just a memory. And you found about something. You saw something, you heard something, now you use your memory. Now you're going through pain, sorrow, and suffering, and you're not labeling it as what it was. It existed. And maybe you remembering about what happened is a habit that exists in you. That is what is when you identify that habit alone, you have already dealt with it because you are accepting that. Let's go back to where I said maybe your parents have more power than God because they program you on how to behave, to act, respond, communicate. Now, I'm sorry for using this concept for those who feel like, who is God? They said God existed and all that and all that. I don't know who is God, but God is there. He will always be there. He existed and he will always exist. Okay? And he will forever exist. Is God a spirit? So, John 4:24 states God is spirit. And you must worship him in spirit and truth, which means holy, right? This is the book. I'm trying to use the book. I'm trying to make things make sense. And it's just maybe, I don't know. John 4:24 states God is spirit and you must worship him in spirit and truth, which means holy. So if God is spirit and your life, it's in a form of a spirit. And God is spirit. So your life is God. So your life is God. And the spirit, it is the energy that you carry. So the energy is God. Right? So if the energy is God, then the only way it can be defined as God is when you worship that spirit, your energy, that exists in its own state. The only way we identify it as God, it has to be holy. And it can only be holy when you worship it through truth and spirit. Now you are worshiping God. Because when you worship that spirit in truth, then the spirit is holy. So the energy is holy. If the energy is holy, then it becomes God. Now God is guiding you. But what if you are relying on your subconscious mind? I was hurt. I went through trauma. The spirit is not holy. You are hurting. You can't forgive your mother. You can't forgive your father. You can't forgive your ex. You can't forgive your ex-wife. You can't forgive anyone. So the spirit is not holy. So if it's not holy, now it's not directing you. If it's not directing you, then your parent or your ex, they have power over you and it's not God. That is why we say the universe exists in different types of ways because the universe in it itself, there are different types of universes. and the universes are maybe definition of realities that exist. When you decide to choose, I was hurt, I remember this, then your spirit is not holy. If your spirit is not holy, then that person is in control of you than the God who is supposed to be in control of you, and you're not worshiping God. And when you're not worshiping God, now that spirit and that energy doesn't exist in you, and you are living a different life, maybe, I believe so, that is full of pain and sorrow. That is how you identify you being a high value man. Maybe it's just an illusion I have in my head after researching. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. But does it make sense? Because you can say, you're not supposed to use that definition in that way. But why is it that we have Islams, right? And then we have, you name them that exist, Christians, Islams, right? But even those who believe in their own Quran, they also survive, they also live in that lens. But their definition of God is different. And they live more years, but somehow they use the same way, but just indirectly. And the most important thing that most of us are trying to have power over is the energy. And the energy is the God. The God, it has to be a spirit that has to be holy. And it can only be holy if you worship it through truth. But once you involve yourself in different types of characters, behaviors, now you feel guilty. You are not worshiping it in truth. When you're not worshiping it in truth, now you lack God in your life. And that energy doesn't exist in you. And now someone else have power over you. It's not you. They have power over your energy. Now God is not in your life. And now you are suffering. And now you go make a move on a certain lady. You remember about your memory. Now that memory reminds you of something. And then you think maybe this one is my type because my ex was sexy. Because this one is sexy. And at least she loves me. You are using your memory. And now that you are using your memory to choose this lady, now that lady has power over your energy. Because your energy is not holy. It's lying on a memory, and that memory is either your parents who hurt you, trauma. So you have to let go. Everything you believe is a truth. Oh, my parents did this. They did what they think it was the right thing. They did what they thought it was right. That is how they knew life works. And maybe they might be wrong, but when you grow up, when you try to be an adult, most of the things will make sense. Maybe they were trying to control the energy that surrounds them so that they can have a holy energy around them. And that is how they lived and survived. Maybe they chose a different path. Oh, he was just a drunkard dad. Maybe he decided that path because he couldn't handle the guilt. That was the only way. And you can understand it as what is and not label him as a drunkard dad. Oh, he punished me. Oh, I went through this trauma. Maybe that was the only way they could have handled what existed and what they thought could work for them. And now you are holding on that heart, on those emotions. You are not holy because you are not using your energy. And now they have control over your existence. There's nothing you can do but to go through suffering. You meet with any lady, she is attractive. Now you are using your feelings because your feelings and your desire is your memory, and it is a movement that exists on its own. I'm not saying pleasure is a bad thing, but the motive behind you selecting her, you are using her memory. Now that you are using her memory, now you think that she can fulfill everything. You are supposed to experience feelings, and it has nothing to do with me. I am not high value and I am not low value. I am just who I am. That is the power I think you need to have in your life. Are you a new member? Welcome on board.